Speak the truth. With Carl West.
Speak the truth.
With Carl West.
Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Speak the truth.
Yeah, Carl West.
Tell everybody.
Speak the truth, baby.
Ooh.
It's a podcast for truth. Are your ears ready? For Carl West. Are your ears ready? Speak the truth. Let's go King Farley with Carl West. Yeah, he is. Your ears. Carl West. Carl West.
Hey.
Carl West. Carl West.
Yeah.
Carl West. Carl West. Carl West. Carl West. Carl West.
Yo, what's up? Carl West back at you again for another episode of Speak the Truth with Carl West. That's right, that's me. Back at you. Look, I need you to do me a solid. I need you to do for me what you do for other people. I mean, these people are getting subscribers somehow, probably from people like you. So why can't you do that for me? Hit the subscribe button. And subscribe to Speak the Truth. That's right. Hit the alert button, share it, forward it, like, whatever. Just hit something to make sure that you getting down with us over here at MG Media, because we working hard trying to bring this real and relevant content, man, to the folks. Really want this to be something huge over the years to follow. As I retire, man, from my regular gig as a publisher of TBT News, TBT Biz, The Public Eye, The Property, The Truth magazine, digital magazine. I'm going to just do this. I want to just do this broadcast, man. But I want to skip it up where it's every day. We just knocking this content out every day. I got one called CEO Exchange, where I'm interviewing CEOs, talking about the challenges of their business. I got another one called, what is it called? The Image Maker Series, where we interviewing folks in the community, man, doing good things in the hood. So there's a couple of channels, man, a couple of programs that we got on this channel in the years to come. You know, I'm looking to do this. I want to do this, and I want to do it big as years go by. I want us to have grown this thing to a tremendous channel, a tremendous platform. But to the meantime, subscribe. Look, we must build bigger businesses. I've been in business 25 years. Let me give a disclaimer. Let me be completely honest. I believe that 25 years ago. I remember during my hip hop days, I interviewed Russell Simmons. And I asked him a question. I said, bro, what is it, what's the best thing about being an entrepreneur, business person, being in control of your own destiny, being your own boss, making a lot of money, of course. And he said, man, the best part about being in this space is being able to hire black people that go on and create black families and contribute to building black communities, progressive black communities, he actually said. And I was like, wow, that was deep. I was like, I'm thinking he like, I make all this money, I can travel the world, I get to, have the girls, get the whatever. And he was like, no, the best part about being in this space, co-founder of Def Jam Records, artists out like L. Cool J, Public Enemy, and so many others, along with Rick Rubin. They were co-founders, the producer Rick Rubin. He said, the thing that gives me the greatest joy is being able to employ black people that can go on and build black families, that can contribute to shaping progressive black communities. I'm paraphrasing on that. And I was forever moved. I was forever transformed. I was like, wow. And so this was in my early stages of my business when I was just starting off with the Hip Hop Awards and doing the Hip Hop magazine, The Truth, doing the Truth Awards. And I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to have a business with hundreds of employees having the same philosophy that he shared with me. But man, boy, I got thrown into the business abyss. The business abyss. I got thrown deep in, man. My journey here was an extremely difficult and hard one, very painful. I mean, I was deep under for 5 or 6 years trying to get it right, but I stayed with it. I didn't want to quit. I didn't want to give up. I saw a lot of folks quitting, started with me. They gave up. Right? I see them a little bit later. Hey, Carl, you still doing that? Absolutely. Hey, Carl, you still in that? Yeah, I am. And they were doing something else, totally. But I stayed in it. I stayed there, even though I got all these scars, man, on me internally and externally, man. To prove that the journey that I went through, man, was a very difficult one. I was sleeping in my car for months or two. Then I sold that car and I slept on my friends' couches, bounced around on couches with friends. Got a little room, got some rooms, multiple different rooms at different times, man. No heat in the rooms where there was rats running all around. And some of my friends can tell you, they've seen it. I had rats drop out of the drop ceiling on me, man. And I'm in this little makeshift bed I had made up on the floor, man. I chased the rat around the room and killed him. I was pissed because he invaded my space. I chased him around for an hour. I was exhausted. Got that little bad fella. Then I had to repair the drop roof, the drop ceiling, so no others would drop down because there was a lot more up there. But anyway, so that journey, and it took me so long, 5 or 6 years, to come out of that abyss, that business abyss, that I was exhausted, I was tired, but I was still committed to the cause of being a businessman, an entrepreneur, and having a company and making an impact and being productive. But the whole idea of the responsibility of having a company with 200 people, that dream faded. That dream had faded for me, just to be honest. I just wanted to have a successful company, man, and I can take care of my family and leave them something for legacies and generations to come, or whatever the case may be, and help my mama and help the community, invest in the community, support local organizations, man. I've been able to do that, and I feel good about that, but I never got around to having 100 employees or so. I only had two assistants, and everything else that I did through a business situation, or my things that I had to do, I contracted it all out. Everything else was contracted. I didn't want all that big stuff, man. It wore me out, but I still wanted to be here. Still wanted to be in business. And so now, before I get into the topic of we must build bigger companies, we meaning black people, do you know right now, though, there's this whole thing about going around in the big tech space about who's going to build the first multi-billion-dollar one-person company. They out here working hard to get it done because of AI, because of other things, man, that where all you're going to need is to have a couple of engineers, a couple of coders, and a couple of troubleshooters who will be contracted out, but the main person operating the business is going to be the founder. Maybe it's a couple of co-founders. So it may be 1 or 2 people operating the company, the day-to-day operations. But they out here right now putting bets on who will have the first multi-billion-dollar one-person company. So it's not far-fetched now. But back to us, black folks. Man, there's a lot of folks out here, man, being entrepreneurs and getting into business, and I respect them, I love them, I appreciate them. But I just hope that down the road, man, we get some innovators, some hungry innovators who got all the elements. And I'm talking about dozens of these people across the country that has the elements and the wherewithal. They come up with the financing. They got the business model, and they build these incredibly big companies like the Apples, like the Facebooks, like the Teslas, like the the Googles, man, and all these other big companies, man, that employ 500, 1,000 people, that employ 5,000 people. They employ 100,000 people. They employ 1,000,000 people. We need to have companies that's doing that. Because when you build companies of that magnitude, getting away from that one company, that one, multi-billion-dollar ran company by one person, we create jobs. And what the black community need more than anything else across this country, man, is jobs. We need jobs. We need jobs to do what Russell Simmons said. He said the best thing you can give a man is an opportunity to feed his family. He said that also. The best thing you can give a man is an opportunity to feed his family. If he's forever in your debt, whatever that looks like. So we need to, in the black community, create companies, man, big companies that can employ 500,000, 100,000, maybe even 1,000,000 employees. Because what we need is jobs. We need to go from poverty to prosperity. And the way the bulk of us will do that is not through entrepreneurship, unfortunately. We can own businesses in a large number, but we won't be able to do it to the point where we can hire 500,000, 100,000, 300,000 of our folks from our community that will allow them to build families and build communities, build hoods. So I hope y'all out there listening to me. I hope y'all somewhere in the basement, in the dungeon, in the lab, and you got all the elements in place. Don't do what happened to me. If you do, I understand it because I know what happened to me. I wanted to have 200 companies plus, 200 employees plus, man, but I being beat down so bad. When I finally saw some kind of land being in a deep sea for so many years, in an abyss, I finally saw land, and I was just so happy to put my feet on solid ground, man. And all those particular dreams just faded away. I just wanted to still be in business because I love what I love. I love what I do. I still wanted to do it. I just didn't have it, man, in me, right? I was beat up. I was scarred. I was hurt. Didn't want to do that. But I'm still here. Still been progressively successful. Still been able to help the community and my mom and my daughter and others and give me I live well. But I know we need black folks, man, to build bigger companies. So please have that imagination, have that dream, think huge, and get out there, man, and build these companies. Build these companies, man. I'm leaving one example of what I mean by why we have to do this. They say that black economic power is collectively, all 50 million of us, is give or take a few other 100,000, but 50 million of us right now on record, our collective buying power is about $900 billion. Elon Musk, one man, he's worth $1 trillion because he has a super huge company, several super huge companies. One man is worth all of our black people's net worth, all 50 million of us. So we need to get going on building bigger companies that can mirror a Tesla, a Facebook, a Google, a LinkedIn, a Twitter, or whatever. Any one of these companies. If you're in the real estate business, Berkshire Hathaway, right? If you're in sports, Disney, entertainment, Disney. If you're in sports, ESPN. We got to build companies somewhere equal to those magnitudes so we can employ our communities, our people in the neighborhood, so we can get out of this ghetto abyss that we in, this hood abyss that we in. But it's going to take us to do just that, man. Hey, Carl West, back at you. Holla. Peace out.
It's a beautiful day. Let the children play. They ain't feeling no pain. It's a beautiful day. Wake up in the morning, it's a wonderful feeling. It's good to be living, feel it all in my